Dub Nation, happy Monday. You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. Hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. For those of you who celebrated with your family and friends, and your weeks are off to a good start as well. Another great show coming your way here on Warriors Today. John Collins trade rumors. Jonathan Kuminga for Saddiq Bey. Could the Warriors be adding a big? Jakob, Poeltl, Myles, Turner. We're going to unpack all of that because Warriors trade buzz right now, it's hot because this team needs to improve. First, though, our goal for today's show, can we get 50 new subscribers off this video alone? Keep the Dubs hot streak going. Keep Warriors Today the best and most go-to Warriors channel here on YouTube by subscribing, because the storylines are going to be plentiful for this team as they start to ramp up a little bit, and we're going to talk about all of it here on the channel, the best spot for year-round Warriors coverage. We begin with this. John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks. He's a really good four-man who can shoot from the outside. He can mix it up down low. One of the better athletes in the NBA. Some trade buzz growing around him. And for a team like the Golden State Warriors, could they be interested in a player like John Collins, who's a veteran, who's been in big games, played in big games, and could probably fit better on this team as compared to young players right now that Steve Kerr does not have trust in? So I saw this trade idea from Fansided, and oftentimes you see some of these trade ideas thrown out there by these wannabe general managers online, and it would never make any sense, right? This one actually kind of does, and it's one that I wouldn't hate for the Warriors because Collins is a good two-way player, and this year and moving forward, he can just give you a little bit more than what James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga are giving this basketball team. Wiseman's been spending time in the G League. Jonathan Kuminga, his numbers down. The Warriors should be all in on chasing a championship right now because the roster is constructed to win a championship right now. And that's where John Collins can help. His numbers this year, they are down as compared to previous seasons. Pretty affordable player, $20, $25 million in that range. 32 minutes per night. Only 12.5 points per game, though. 7.5 rebounds. Field goal percentage, pretty solid at a tick under 49. He'd probably give the Warriors minutes like this, but also be relied upon to play really good defense. You look at those numbers as compared to the numbers for James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. Clearly, Collins right now, the better player. Is James Wiseman or Jonathan Kuminga going to be a better player down the road? Maybe, but the Warriors don't have that luxury to bank on these guys to be good in a couple of years. They need to be quality players right now. So who do you think wins this trade? I want to hear from all the Bob Myers wannabes out there and all of the smart basketball folks who are subscribed to Warriors Today. Who wins the trade? W for Warriors, H for Hawks. Let me know right now in the comment section. Coming up on the show, are the Warriors shopping Jonathan Kuminga for a very good player on the Detroit Pistons right now, a 3-and-D guy who, once again, might be the better player right now as compared to Kuminga? That's coming up around the corner, but you know what's also coming up around the corner? Holiday season. It's basically here following Black Friday. It's Cyber Monday right now, and today, if you're watching this show, hopefully you are and you have those noties on, some great deals. If you head to chatsports.com/dubsdeal, we're talking shirts, we're talking pullovers, hoodies, hats. These phenomenal deals last a limited period of time because it is Cyber Monday. This water bottle is completely underrated. For a guy like me who likes to run, go on hikes, these water bottles have been fantastic. Make sure you plug in that link so those deals apply, though. Chatsports.com/dubsdeal also so that Fanatics knows that Warriors Today and Chatsports sent you. Let's pivot back to Saddiq Bey here. I like him as a player. I liked him coming out of Villanova. Fansided once again proposed a trade that would send Saddiq Bey to the Golden State Warriors, and it's a player-for-player swap here. Pistons received Jonathan Kuminga, and why it could fit, why it could work, is because Kuminga can be afforded the luxury and the time to develop, go through some bumps along the road, overcome and deal with some of those hurdles, and ride that seesaw of being a young NBA player. He can do that with the Detroit Pistons. What he needs for his development to fast track is minutes, and he's not getting those minutes right now with the Warriors. And Saddiq Bey is a player who can help a playoff roster right now, and the Detroit Pistons are not ready to compete for the playoffs. This year, pretty good player, man. 14.5 points per game, one of the best years of his career. I have to see the field goal numbers get better as well as the three-point numbers because that right there, no doubt a problem. But Saddiq Bey, that classic prototypical 3-and-D player who we've seen play big roles on championship teams in the NBA the last several years and obviously for the Golden State Warriors as well. So would you make that trade? Want to hear from you once more down below. You can submit a Y for yes. You can submit an N for no. I would certainly think about it if I'm Bob Myers. Right now, some juicy Warriors to round out the show with. Let's get to the latest on Jakob as well as Myles Turner. There's some serious buzz here between these two bigs and around these two bigs. And competing NBA executives, according to Eric Pincus, a salary cap expert who does a good job covering the NBA, he believes the Warriors covet additional size in a player like Jakob or Myles Turner. And if they're not getting production from James Wiseman and they need front court depth behind James Wiseman, why go make a call to DeMarcus Cousins? Why not go for the splash move that helps you win a championship and bring back another Larry O.B. to the Chase Center in San Francisco? Jakob, Myles Turner, they can be a part of that equation. One's better than the other for sure, but Jakob, he's a pretty good fit. Defensively, offensively, passing the ball, just being a heady basketball player in this system. 13 points per game, 10 boards, 3.5 assists, 1 block, 64% from the floor. Nice little mid-range game for him. And the Myles Turner's having himself a hell of a year. Has led the NBA in blocks the last 2 years. This year, once again, pretty good, 2.5. He can shoot the three. His three-point numbers, very intriguing, very solid, and very good. Shooting nearly 56% from the deck. 18 points per game for the tanking Victor Wembanyama Pacers. 8.1 rebounds per game as well. And Myles Turner has been linked to the Warriors for a really long time because this is a do-it-all basketball player who's a rim protector. He can run the floor. He can space the floor as well. And that's pretty critical if you put him on the floor with Draymond Green because Draymond Green can't really shoot the rock, and teams allow him to shoot the basketball. Won't clog up the lane with a guy like Myles Turner because he can go out into the corner and he can let it fly as well. Pick one of these bigs to acquire. Our last question for the homies before we hop on out of here. Appreciate all of Dub Nation for making today's show a part of your day. P for Jakob, T for Myles Turner. And another reminder, subscribe to the channel. Can we get 50 subs with this video alone? Dub Nation, let's get it. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll catch you later this week.